Hey everyone, welcome to the West Coast Barbell Club Exercise Library. We're going to have a quick look at some Pec Flys here now and the different variations of them that we tend to program. Okay, to begin with, I'm going to quickly demonstrate a conventional dumbbell fly. For those that aren't familiar with what a fly is, it's a motion that's effectively like this and then closing together at the top. So it's very much a pec dominant movement, opening up our chest as much as we can before bringing our hands together at the top of the movement. Okay, so we're going to have a quick look at some dumbbell flies here. I have a slight bend in my elbow throughout the movement. Set my shoulders back. Try and get a nice full stretch at the end range of motion. And bring the dumbbells together at the top. See there how I was trying to get a nice full range of motion, really trying to open up my chest as much as possible to get a big stretch on the chest before bringing them together. Now the fly, probably more so than any other movement, has quite a unique force curve in so much as we're particularly weak when we're at full stretch here, but really quite strong here. So the more we go through the movement, the easier it becomes. Okay. Now one of the fly variations that I like to do, probably my preferred fly variation, is a band fly. Due to the nature of the way bands are, obviously this part of the range of motion, when the band has the least tension through it, it's at its easiest, and then when the band has most tension through it, when it's at its longest, it's its hardest. So it tends to kind of match the force we can produce throughout the movement. Okay, so I've got a band looped around the rack here. It could be looped around anything. Okay, I'm going to try and fit my demo in the video frame as best as I can here. Okay, so so the band's looped around the rack here. You can see one side over here, another here. Okay. I'll just quickly move the bench not way enough. Okay. I'm not going to put a ton of tension through the band to demonstrate this, just to fit within the frame. Obviously, you can step forward more to make it harder. Okay, so you notice how the band in my right hand and left hand bring together and around me like so. Okay. Holding peak contraction, a nice big stretch at end range, a nice peak contraction at the full range of motion there. So like I say, being a demonstration of that in this space and in the video frame here is a little bit compromised, but hopefully you'll get the gist of how we perform a band fly, for example. Unless you have access to a Pec Fly machine, okay, which is another option, albeit I don't program a ton necessarily because there's a ton of variability in the quality of those machines. But a simple band fly is generally what you'll see if we're going to do a specific fly variation, or you'll see a dumbbell fly in your programming. Okay, setting them up is relatively easy. Don't need a particularly strong band to make them quite taxing. And like I say, I wasn't stood too far from the anchor point where that band was. You can step forward a ton more if you've got the space to. Okay, the main thing we want to focus on is getting a nice big stretch on the chest at the top end of the range of motion. Okay, and getting a nice big squeeze and peak contraction when our hands are close together at the far end of the range of motion. Okay, there are your Pec Flys.